Greetings everyone and welcome. July the 20th, 2025. And the purpose of this video, as you can see by the thumbnail and by the title, Putin's Mind Game. I have a reference here to a Dodge Ram. I have a reference to Shaheeds and a PSYOP game. And this is a massive attack against Ukraine, against the United States, against Donald Trump, against the European Union, against NATO, against the world. And we cannot miss it. I'm not here to glorify it. I'm here to educate you. And the best way I can educate you is by giving you a Ukrainian response to what you're going to see. I know that you have probably seen this on other streams or maybe on other social media sites, but I have all of the images here. And this was an intentional attack, psychological warfare by the Russian Federation against Ukraine, against the United States, against NATO, and we're going to validate it. And what's interesting, it happens on the same time that Germany and Christian Freuding is talking about the Shaheed drones. And we know that there is going to be an increase. Right now, Shaheeds are flying in Ukraine, and tonight they're expecting up to 600 Shaheed drones. So this is a big mind game going on, but I want you to be able to understand it. And do not miss this. This is one of the biggest attacks of the war so far. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting. I look forward to each and every one of your comments on this, especially a couple of the videos I'm going to show you. Now, let's jump straight in. You can see the mind game here. All I want you to know is one thing. Russia wants you to see this. Russia wants Ukraine to see this. Russia wants everybody to see this, and Ukraine will confirm it. Now, in the red circle, that is the city of Yelabuga. Outlined in the blue, roughly, is the nation of Ukraine. And you can see between just north of the red arrow there is Moscow, and you can see Kyiv. So this is where this plant is. It is publicly known. Ukraine knows the exact coordinates. It's easy, and they're flaunting it like crazy on purpose. Now, what else did they release? This is released by the Russian military on purpose. They're showing the amount of Shaheed drones that are stacked up and that are being manufactured nonstop. You can see the workers there. You can also see the size of the Shaheed drones. Maybe even after all of this time, and you've seen so many videos, you wondered or did not realize maybe how large they are and how much they have changed during the war. They're serious, serious problems. Here's just some more images. They're showing the manufacturing process. They're showing, how clean the facility is. They're showing how you can see the blue cables coming down. Everything is organized. Everything is a show here. They want you to see this. This is not an AI generated image. Ladies and gentlemen, these are real photos. That is how many Shaheed drones are just lined up. It looks like something out of Star Wars. It really does. And you can see the workers' faces are blurred out. And that is a female right there. And it's a female behind. And Ukraine is saying that most of these workers are imported workers coming from Asia, working in these factories. It could be North Koreans. We don't know for sure. But you can see the volume. This is what they want you to see. So I'm warning you now. Do not be afraid of it, but understand it. They want you to see this. And you may say, well, okay, if they want me to see it, then why are you talking about it? Because I want you to be educated about it and understand what is actually happening. They want you to see the inside of the drone. There's nothing there. That's where the munition goes in, that big circle right there, and the nose cone. And I can tell you, Ukraine has full Shaheeds that have come out of the air. It's not like the technology. Ukraine has every piece of knowledge about the Shaheed, the Gerin 2, the Gerin 3, the third variation. They know every components that are made in the United States, made in Europe, made in China, made in Taiwan, you name it. They have it all. And it's just the flaunt. Look in the background there, you can see how large this facility is. They're releasing aerial images, probably off security. Looking down on those shaheeds, you can see how big they are. And here they are just stacked up in the manufacturing facility. It is nothing but a show for the world to see. Now we get to the big one. This is a direct attack against the United States. This is a direct attack against Donald Trump, and done on purpose. I absolutely am going to ask you now to make a specific comment about this. What is your thought? Ladies and gentlemen, that is a Dodge Ram truck, and they have a fleet of them that they use to launch. And I mean modified, the upgraded tires, brand new Dodge Ram. And I'm here, take a look at this video. There's no audio, and I'll just play it. The Dodge Ram, they go down these launch portals. You can see the dirt roads built up. Just look, Ram after Ram after Ram. They'll load them up on the truck, get them up to X amount of speed, and push the button, and away they go, and they're launched. You're seeing there multiple Shaheed launchers. These can be placed and taken and portable to launch the Shaheeds. This is giving you an angle right below the Shaheed, and you're getting ready to see it take off, and away it goes. This is what they're releasing for the world to see today, and that right there is a slap right into the face of Donald Trump. And the Ukrainian analyst, I think one of the best guys there in the volunteer army is call sign Bratchuk, is going to speak about that in just a moment. But this is what we're seeing. They want you to see it. They want you to see it going off of that truck. Now, Christian Freuding, interesting, talking about the Shaheeds. And take a listen to this.
Take the Shaheed drone, which costs 30 to 50,000 euros, depending on the model. Fighting them with Patriot missiles at 5 million each is absurd. We need solutions that cost 2 to 4,000 euros, especially as the Russians aim to ramp up their production capacity. They want to scale up the drone attacks we discussed. The goal is 2,000 drones that can be deployed simultaneously. We must develop sensible countermeasures.
Now, I don't want to talk only about Germany here and Christian Freuding, the major general there, but you know, it's almost as if you're not hearing Ukraine talk about it. Now, I know he is he has the delegated responsibility out of Germany, and I know we have a lot of Germans watching, so he needs to be talking about it. But Russia is taking it like, okay, well, Germany, you're just waging war directly against us. Now, this is how they will spin it. I just want to make sure we all understand how that Russian mind game works, because today is the largest, in my opinion, psychological mind attack against Ukraine, the West, and specifically aimed at Donald Trump, especially with the Dodge Ram pickup truck. It was basically flipping the middle finger at Donald Trump. This is what they do. Now, let's listen to a voice of reason, and I want to share with you, how about a reality check? And here is Bratchuk. I share videos of him quite often, and he's speaking about these photos, and he has a voice of reason. So here, reality check ahead. Here you go.
Glory to Ukraine. Lots of talk today after Russian TV showed Alabuga, where they make deadly weapons, Shaheeds and other Russian evil. They showed quite a bit, more than intended, but our intel will analyze it. These reports are clearly psychological ops. No one shows their top secrets openly, obviously. It's Russian propaganda pressuring us Ukrainians. We tell them, head south calmly. It's a signal to our overseas partners, a slap to you, Mr. Trump. Please respond. How? You know, not just our drones, but heavier stuff should hit Tatarstan repeatedly. So I hope there'll be a reaction. And of course, trust our info sources. At least read what our intel said last. I remind you, there's a reason for it. The information is 100% accurate. So that's that. Don't watch enemy channels. If you do, practice info hygiene. Let's hold the line. Glory to the nation. Remember, sun rises, devils die.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bratchuk, and you know I know why I share him quite often. But he nailed it. Everything I shared for you, there's the Ukrainian perspective. There it is. This is attack against Ukraine. This is an attack against the West. This is a psychological warfare. They're showing it directly on their state TV, sanctioned, and they probably leaked more information than they wanted. Our intelligence will be on it, but most importantly, this is an attack, a slap right at you, Donald Trump, and what are you going to do about it? We shall see. So I know this video, one topic and one topic only, because we want to be educated about this. Look forward to your thoughts and your comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting and sharing. This is the truth about this big psychological attack today. Be blessed.